Well, I hope and think that we will be a long way towards getting rid of meningitis, but 2030 is an ambitious target for completely getting rid of it, but I think the progress that's been made during the past 20 years should continue. And to achieve that, we need to do several things. We need to be sure that every child who should be vaccinated against meningitis gets vaccinated, including those in very difficult to get at communities. We need to continue the work to develop better vaccines, and also to make sure that the poor people who do get meningitis, despite those preventative efforts, get detected early and get proper treatment. And this meeting is helping in that way, in that it is taking a broad approach, looking at different aspects of the problem and not just focusing on a single one.
I believe that today's discussion will set up our pacework to achieve the universal coverage for the affordable, efficient and thermostable meningitis vaccines by 2030, and also to have a timely detection and treatment of the cases. The development of the polyvalent conjugate vaccine will have a lot of effect on the future meningitis globally.
Thank you so much. My vision by 2030 regarding meningitis is to see that the whole world, not only one part of the world, but the whole world is aware of the effects, the causes, and how we can prevent meningitis, because it's claiming a lot of lives, a lot of disabilities are coming on through meningitis. Today's discussions are very fruitful. As you can see on the audience, we have people from different backgrounds and people from different countries. And the things that are being discussed here, we are indeed brainstorming, sharing experiences. So I believe we are going to find the root cause of meningitis and how to eradicate it. Not just reduce, but my hope is that meningitis one day is going to be eradicated in the whole world.
My vision for meningitis 2030, briefly, don't leave anybody behind. The same way we have targets for the month of the newborn, let's have targets for meningitis. Let's reduce meningitis, whether it's 50%, 75%, there must be global targets. So 13 years from today, we want to live in a world where meningitis is such a rare occurrence.
Je vois que la meningitis, il faudrait d'abord qu'il y ait une mobilisation, un engagement véritable au niveau des États de la ceinture africaine de la méningite, afin qu'on progresse vers l'élimination de cette maladie qui tue beaucoup en Afrique. Le Burkina Faso, mon pays, a subi vraiment beaucoup de nombreuses épidémies de méningite avec malheureusement beaucoup de décès. Et aujourd'hui, il y a des grands progrès qui ont été faits, mais il reste un effort commun au niveau de l'Afrique de l'Ouest. Et en ce sens, il faudrait que dans tous ces États-là, il y ait une surveillance vraiment assidue. Et je crois que la surveillance cas par cas, parce que jusqu'à présent, c'est le Burkina seul dans la sous-région qui fait la surveillance cas par cas de la méningite. Il faudrait qu'il y ait une extension de cette surveillance-là dans tous les autres pays pour qu'il y ait un meilleur impact. Parce que si ça se fait seulement dans un pays avec la mobilité des populations, etc., donc on ne va pas avoir un bon impact. Ça, c'est d'abord, il faut quand même vraiment la surveillance. Après, l'engagement des États, des partenaires, vraiment à combattre la méningite, il faut asseoir une surveillance vraiment véritable. Deuxièmement, il faudrait que le monde scientifique, on puisse trouver des vaccins conjugués, combinés. Actuellement, on n'a que le Menafrivac qui ne concerne que le sérotype A. Alors, dans nos discussions, on a vu qu'il y a un pentavalent en préparation ACYWX qui est en préparation. Pourquoi ne pas penser à un vaccin combiné avec les autres vaccins qu'on a mis d'habitude? Parce que quand les gens attendent qu'il y ait un vaccin contre la méningite, ils sont plus susceptibles de venir. Alors donc, il faudrait qu'à l'horizon 2030, on puisse trouver, en plus du pentavalent ACXWY, que ça puisse, on peut trouver une autre combinaison avec les autres vaccins ordinaires qui va permettre de relever justement les taux de couverture de ces vaccins-là. Je parle par exemple de la rougeole, rubéole, deuxième dose, dont les taux de couverture ne sont pas satisfaisants. Donc en combinant le vaccin contre la méningite qui est demandé vraiment par nos populations, on pourrait améliorer la couverture vaccinale des vaccins qui ont 2 doses comme la rougeole, la rubéole dont je viens de parler tout à l'heure.
When I think of meningitis in 2030, we think of development goals. And in those goals, there's one particularly relevant. This is reducing inequality within and among countries. And I think what I would like to see is meningitis high on this agenda, because it's creating many inequalities currently. No, I would like to say that how this meeting can help us get there. I think it's a very fruitful meeting in that we are, usually when you make innovation or advances, it's when you interact at the interfaces and at the broader level to the one you're working on. And that's where you generate ideas for the future. So I think what my expectations from this meeting is that we really go through all the possibilities, all the ideas, and we come up with some kind of a vision so that there is a call for action in order to have meningitis high on the agenda and have a roadmap to get to that in 2030.
My vision about meningitis between now and 2030 is to see more commitment and less numbers of people dying from meningitis-related diseases. Discussions from this meeting demonstrate a lot of commitment from all the partners and the countries that were represented, so I think we'll be able to reach the target.
So my vision for meningitis in 2030 is that we can advance a comprehensive approach to the prevention of meningitis through the systematic development, licensure and deployment of safe and effective vaccines against all the major causes of meningitis, particularly in sub-Saharan Africa where the disease hits families the hardest. And my hope is the discussions this week with a wide variety of experts in the field will help to synthesize this strategy and help provide a roadmap to achieve this vision.
Okay, the first thing is what I would like to see in 2030 is that a polyvalent conjugate vaccine is rolled out in the meningitis belt. So we get rid of the outbreak of meningitis. And then we can concentrate on the individual cases rather than the outbreak response. And for that, and that was actually the topic of the discussion today, we would need diagnostic tools that are better for peripheral diagnostic, because what matters is a fast treatment. So you need an easy diagnostic that you can have at a very peripheral level where the case happens.